We're pretty much the last of the new Tesco beers. And this one is only available in a massive 4-pack. This is the final straw. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're reviewing, as I said, the final straw. Yep, this is the last of the beers that I've managed to get from Tesco. I tell a lie, there is another one in there, new one. That's the Mosaic and Jester Buxton 50/50, which is also only available in a 4-pack like this one. I haven't bought that one, so I will probably buy that at some point and review it, but I thought originally that was the 50/50 that I'd already reviewed in a 4-pack, but it's slightly different. It's got Mosaic and Jester, with the other one's Citra and... no, something else. Citra and an English hop. I can't remember what it was called. Sorry about that. But today we're drinking this beer from Salt. Now, Salt make great beers, and certainly when it comes to supermarket, they've got very high pedigree. Now, this is all about saving the planet. It's called the Final Straw. It's called Ocean Saving Pale Ale. Hazy and juicy, 5%. It's obviously a Salt in collaboration with 7 Clean Seas. And it's all about, basically what it says, that each 4-pack of this that's sold, 500 grams of plastic is removed from our ocean. So it's all for a good cause. But obviously that doesn't count for anything if the beer isn't up to anything. So let's open it up, open the pack out, get one of the beers out and see a little bit more about the actual can itself. Lovely looking can. I mean, obviously we've got this sort of the hexagon motif that you get with all the Salt beers. Got this like yellow and blue colour on it, and it's got some, there we go, some pictures of, it's a shark, yeah, it looks like a shark. What it doesn't say, and I have had a good look at this one, yep, I've had a good look, and it doesn't actually tell us what hops are on it. I'm sure I've read that the hops on here, there's some New Zealand hops in there. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass, and let's see if it's up to scratch. I've just realised I've got my glasses on, just so I could read the can a bit better. I don't need them now. So let's get this beer into a glass and see what it's like. I mean, as I say, Salt makes some really good beers, good supermarket beers. We've had the recent one from called Glide from Morrison's. I think this is the only Salt beer in the new Tesco range. Yeah, it is. But Alpaca, of course, one of my favourites. And there's a lot of people like iCat and iTram, the double IPAs that are very good. So they've got a good pedigree. And this beer starts off, looks pretty good. We've got 2 and a bit fingers of head. This glass is terrible for pouring. You've got to be really careful. But it's a lovely, yellowy, hazy looking beer. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Pretty good for a pale ale. Let's see what the aroma's like. Yeah, there's a little bit of fresh... There's lots of citrus fruits in there. It's typical of a pale, lots of sort of lemons, but there's also quite a bit of lime. And now I'm thinking whether it was Muteca, the hop, which is obviously a New Zealand hop. I'm not sure there's Nelson in there, but there's a real fresh sort of green fruit aroma. So there's a little bit of melon, there's a little bit of that slight savoury note, but lemons and limes are still quite strong. I'm looking forward to this one. Cheers, everyone. I'm always saying that's got Nelson Sauvin in it. It's quite a light, thin beer, but and the carbonation is quite prickly. A little bit higher carbonation. But again, pale ales, more traditional pale ales certainly have got a lot more carbonation going on in them. I must admit, a lot of some of the recent pale ales that I've had, some of them have been almost like an IPA. So there is that sort of, this is more like your sort of pale ales, supermarket pale ales that you're used to. So a little bit of fizzy carbonation. Flavour-wise, there's loads of juice in this. So you're getting, I'm sure, the Nelson and the Muteca, because there's lots of quite sharp citrus fruits, lemons and limes and grapefruits. Little pockets of tropicalness. It's difficult to really pick out. Bit of mango, yeah, a bit of passion fruit, bit of papaya in there, a bit of guava even in there. They're the sort of flavours that you're getting. And then you're also getting this sort of twang. I'd say it's a twang of of the Nelson Sauvin sort of flavours, the grape, the kiwi fruit, gooseberry. It's all in there, but it's quite a light, refreshing sort of beer. It's obviously it's 5%, so it's pretty damn sessionable. And really, this is what you want from this. This is a great sort of summer drink. The big hits of citrus though. Lots of lemon and sharp lime, zesty flavours, which you'd expect with. It's probably got citra in it as well. Those sort of flavours. And then there's a little subtleness. I think the New Zealand hops give a lot of lime, give a little bit of gooseberry. There's almost that sort of slightly earthy sort of flavour, that sort of lemongrass, that sort of real fresh, gives it a real fresh flavour. But as I said, the carbonation is a bit higher than normal, but it goes down pretty damn well. And, you know, which I didn't say, 4 of these, as much as you can't buy them on their own, maybe in a while they will, but you're paying £2 each for these. It's £8 for this pack of beer, and obviously it's for a good cause. So you know, all the better. So this is this is a pretty good beer. I mean, it looks pretty good in the glass. Let's give you the proper look. Looks pretty good in the glass. I think it's up there with some of the best pale ales that you can get in the supermarket. Got all the flavour, got all the juice. Got a little sharpness, a little bit of slight dryness on the back end, a bit of bitterness there. But it's really all about the citrus fruits, big, zesty sort of flavours. Pretty good. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for The Final Straw. This is a collaboration between Salt and, what's the name of it called? Seven Clean Seas. All about cleaning the seas, getting all of that plastic out of the seas. As I said, for every box of these that you buy, 500 grams of plastic is removed from the ocean. So really good. The more you drink, the more the oceans you save. That's a good thing. Should be more stuff like this. But actually, that goes for nothing if the beer isn't that good. And actually, when it comes to pale ales, and certainly supermarket pale ales, it is up there with some of the top ones. We'll go through the scores. So firstly, aroma. Sometimes, you know, with a pale ale, you're not getting as big a hits of aroma, but there's lots of there's almost that sort of savoury aroma that's sort of coming through a little bit, which you always get. You know, I'm getting tired of saying this every time we have New Zealand hops, but you always get a slight savoury note when it comes to New Zealand hops. It's almost like the first marker you think, yeah, there's New Zealand hops in this. There's lots of citrus in the aroma, and certainly lots of really sort of zesty lime, grapefruits, lemons, very much on the citrus side. Tropicalness, a little bit of tropicalness, but it's quite difficult to pick out. I'm picking out a bit of guava mainly is the main sort of, I suppose, the tropical fruit. Is guava a tropical fruit? But that's the sort of aroma I'm getting. Guava. And then that sort of combined with those sort of New Zealand sort of hop aromas like your sort of grape and gooseberry and a bit of melon in there as well. Smells pretty good. I'm giving it 13 for aroma. Appearance wise, well, you've got a little bit of lace in the glass. It's, you know, again, pale ales, and when we go to the flavour, you know, it's a little bit carbonated. So in terms of the head itself, is a little bit disappointing. But colour wise, show that right close up. That looks pretty damn good, you know, a nice yellowy colour. I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10 for appearance. Flavour wise, let's go in again. Big hits of zest. Lemons, limes, grapefruits. The lime is quite a strong flavour. Then you get the gooseberry. It's very similar to the sort of the aromas. It's a very fresh, zesty beer. There's not much you're not really picking up much in the way of stone fruits. There's a little bit of fresh guava in there, maybe a little bit of papaya in there, a little bit as well. But it's very much on the citrus side. And then there's a bit of that sort of pockets of flavour that you get with the New Zealand hop. So lime being something you get a lot with Muteca, which I'm sure this has got in it, but you're also getting the sort of the Nelson Sauvin sort of flavour. It may not even have it in, but it's definitely, you definitely get that sort of grape, gooseberry, sort of medley of those sort of green fruits, kiwi fruits as well. It's a little bit carbonated, but it is a pale ale at the end of the day. It's only 5%. It's quite thin, it's quite light, but it makes it a sessionable thirst quencher. And although I wouldn't say that today was a hot, I mean, it doesn't know what it wants to do today. It's raining, then it's sunny, and it's warm, and it's cold. So, but on a hot summer's day, barbecue sort of weather, this is this is just what you want. There's a nice dry bitterness on the back end. We get loads of sort of grapefruit and other citrus limes in there. Very, very zesty. Has a nice sort of cutting sort of flavour to it. And very, very fresh tasting. I'm going to get 34 for flavour. Value for money though. Well, you know, you should buy this because it's for a good cause straight away. The beer is a good beer, so there's another reason to buy it from a supermarket. But if you've got any other reservations, then let me put it straight. You can buy 4 of these cans for just £8. That's a really good price, and I think this is going to fly off the shelves for, like, you know, when I say barbecue season, we're in the end of June now. We should be in barbecue season, but you know, when you're out having a barbecue, this is the sort of beer that you think, oh, I'll just take a 4-pack of that. Really nice and refreshing, zesty, got all the flavours that you want, and it works out £2 a can. I think it's really good value for money. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. And my overall experience, well, sometimes you want a drink that's got lots of those sort of big citrus hits. We had it a little bit with the Phoenix from Buxton, also in Tesco. That was an IPA, but that had a lot of zest in it, a lot of citrus fruits, and this is it as well. Obviously, with a combination of the New Zealand hops, you don't always get that much in supermarket beers. It just gives it that real sort of sharp edge, and it just makes it a real sort of, you know, it cuts through the thirst. It's a really good beer for, you know, for a hot sunny day. It's a little thin, it's a little carbonated, but you're not drinking an IPA here. You are drinking a pale ale, so that sort of mouthfeel, you've got to sort of take it. Yes, we get pale ales now that are almost like IPAs. This is very much like, in terms of its body, like a pale ale should be, really. Fruity, zesty, lots of flavour, sharp, little prickly carbonation, but it's a real refreshing sort of drink. So I'm giving it 14 from my overall experience. Just as I said, whether I'd want to drink this in a sort of on a cold February afternoon, probably not, but you know, right now in the summertime, it's a really good drink. So 14 out from my overall experience. Totting the scores up, we get 79. It's almost a highly recommended, but it's a white snake beer. Slide it in slow and easy, and you've got 4 of these. Yeah, it's only 5%, but still, take it easy, you know, be safe out there, kids. A great beer for the summer, for a good cause, nice flavours. If you like New Zealand hops, I think you'll really like it. So 79, that's a pretty good score for a supermarket beer. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as I said, we're pretty much at the end of the Tesco new range. I don't know, unless they're going to sort of smuggle in or stealthily put in some new ones. But I was in there today, and as I said, these have been, a lot of the new stuff's been out a good 2 or 3 weeks now. So this is probably the end. I may buy the Jester Mosaic sort of combination one, see what that's like. But, you know, sometimes I don't really like buying 4 of the same beer. But this one I thought for a good cause, and I heard it had some New Zealand hops in it, so I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going to buy that. £8's a really good price, by the way. So that's it for today. That's it for the review. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps, you know, this video gets seen by more people. Certainly my supermarket beer, recent ones from Tesco, have had some really good numbers in terms of viewing. So I know a lot of people are really interested to see the supermarket beers. In fact, a lot of the supermarket beers, in fact, always get more numbers than a lot of my other beers. But, you know, you should check out some of my other beer reviews, because some of them are small breweries, and they need sort of, you know, they need a little bit of pushing, you know. Sometimes they make absolutely cracking beers, but not enough people are drinking them. So just give that consideration. If you've seen this one, go and check one of my non-supermarket beer videos out afterwards. Get an idea of the sort of difference in quality between, because there is a definite, even though the supermarket beers have upped their sort of game, I think that the rest of the market, the sort of beers that you would buy either direct from the brewery or from bottle shops, have got even better as well. You know, you think when I've been doing this a few years that, you know, we're going to get to a plateau, but I just think there's still breweries that are pushing it out even further, making a really cracking beer. But that's enough for me, and until the next one, you know what you're going to do. Keep on rocking.